All right, welcome back. Now we're into the really fun stuff. We're actually going to use our trigonometry ratios to help us to solve for missing sides or missing angles of a triangle, of a right triangle. So let's look at this example one to start off with. First thing that you're going to want to do when you, any problem, first thing, if you're asked to find sides or asked to find angles, label your triangle. When I say label, I mean hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. Okay, so I'm just going to say this is the angle that they've given me. I'm going to call that my theta right there. And I'm going to label my triangle according to that angle. Now, we could have used this angle. You can actually find that angle because all of the angles in our triangle add up to 90. So we could have used this angle, but it's just a little bit more work. So just make it easy. Use the angle that they provide, or later on the angle that they're going to ask you for as your theta. All right, so when we label it, remember across from our right angle is always going to be our hypotenuse. Across from theta is the opposite of theta, and that leaves us 17 to be the adjacent side. Okay, very first thing that I always do. Then I write somewhere on my paper my nice, lovely acronym. I'm going to write SOHCAHTOA. Okay, SOHCAHTOA. This is going to help us to know which one of the trig ratios we're going to use to help us find this x right here. So now notice they only give you a little bit of information. If they gave you two sides, you just use the Pythagorean theorem to find the third. So they only gave you one side right here. They gave you the adjacent side, and they're wanting you to find the opposite side. So this hypotenuse really doesn't have any play in the problem at all. So when we're looking for a trig ratio to use, we want to use a trig ratio that uses the letters A and O in them. Okay, so we don't want to use the hypotenuse because we don't know it. We don't want to know it. So we are going to use the opposite and the adjacent right there, the tangent. TOA stands for tangent. Okay, then we just write this out. Remember, this really stated that the tangent, I'll write it out in, the tangent of an angle is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. That's really what TOA means. That's how you would write it out. So you're just going to write out that nice, lovely problem, but using your opposite value and your adjacent value. All right. Oh, and the angle. You also know the angle. Okay, that angle is your 48 degrees. All right, so on your paper, you're going to write the tangent of theta, which is 48 degrees, is equal to the opposite, which is my x right there. I don't know that opposite, divided by my adjacent side, which is 17. Now, this nice, lovely number, we're going to tell you right now, this nice, lovely number, it is a number. Your calculator knows what it is. So you will want a calculator. Any little calculator will have the word sine, cosine, tangent on them though. So please make sure if you're not getting the same values that I'm getting, there's a possibility that your calculator might be in a different mode. It might not be reading degrees. So we're working in degrees here. So you might have to hit the mode button on your calculator and just make sure you're in degrees, not radians. All right. So this is a number, but I'm not going to calculate it right now. I'm going to try and get x all by itself. So notice this x is being divided by 17. So I'm just going to multiply both sides by 17 right there. And so 17 times the tangent of 48 degrees is equal to x. Again, your calculator is going to be kind of the hero of this story because it will be able to tell you what this value is. You're just going to straight put that into your calculator right there. You don't even need the multiplication. It just knows to multiply. So 17 times the tangent of 48 gives me an 18.88. Let's round to the nearest tenth on these. So 18.9 is that side length right there. All right. Let's try another one. I know you're just getting used to these, but let's try another one. They get pretty quick and you get pretty good at these. So again, label your triangle first. That's the angle that they gave me. I'm going to call that theta. Okay, so across from my right angle is my hypotenuse. Across from theta is the opposite. And then this leaves this other side as the adjacent. All right, so they're asking me to find the opposite. Oh dear. All right, we're just going to do example 1 on this video, and we will come back for example 2 next time.